Good morning, Olmsted Falls Intermediate School. This is Mr. Judson with the Bulldog Broadcast for Thursday, January 12th, 2017.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Happy birthday to the following.
This week for art class, 4th grade students will need their art shirts. 5th grade students will not need their art shirts.
Please bring your earbuds to Tech Ed.
Attention all students. The green team meets today in Mr. Schaefer's room after school. See you then.
Anxiety and depression is something that causes pain for people all over the world. In this scene from Inside Out, we get a very clear example of how people can get stuck, avoiding their emotions, and start to experience things such as intense anxiety or deep depression. The film Inside Out depicts a young girl struggling with a traumatic experience of moving home. This movie very accurately describes why people get anxious in this world and why we need to be allowed to be upset and uncomfortable even in public sometimes. In a scene from Inside Out, Riley has a situation where she is called on to talk about her life. She feels okay remembering her old feelings until she reaches the point where she realizes that her happy life that she knows of is gone. In that moment, she needs to embrace sadness to help cleanse that moment, but instead, because of happiness struggling with sadness, she gets caught in place where those feelings remain unresolved.
We used to play tag and stuff.
Cool Kids must prank at 3 o'clock.
No.
Did you see that? Look! They're judging us!
Somebody help me!
Joy, no! That's a core memory!
Stop it! Let
Wait!
It is never nice to have to cry in public, but sometimes when we experience a traumatic event, we need to get upset, scream, cry, or whatever to reach closure on that situation. As a result of not getting closure, Riley becomes jaded and scared to talk to anyone, in fear of having to experience the uncomfortable feeling of being emotional and upset in public again. Therefore, many people who suffer from anxiety, and particularly social anxiety, find themselves in this kind of trap, trying to avoid those feelings again and again, and so they get anxious. In order to release the panic, the person needs to heal that trauma. They need to feel okay with being themselves, no matter how vulnerable that is. Once we have time to grieve and we feel supported, it is easier to again embrace happy thoughts.
Tomorrow, please be sure to wear your Bulldog wear or 3E Love wear to show your support for all of our Bulldogs with differences.
And on that note, as always, be excellent to one another.